I'm back. Oh, there we go. Hello and welcome to this CCB video blog. That's right, my first blog since I had the stroke and the brain surgery. And the first one of me being on my porch again, because this is where I usually did a lot of my vlogs for you. Well, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing now that I'm back. Before I left, I'd done the fishing for a long time, which I can still kind of do the fishing, yet I can't drive my car right now because of the stroke. So eventually I think I'll be able to, but right now I can't. I gotta go to the DMV and I don't know what they're gonna have me do, take another test. I'm kind of thinking about it, but it's gonna be a little while before I feel brave enough to manage a car anyway. I can still move my arms and my legs pretty fine. And well, my balance is a little too off at the moment for skateboarding anyway. I can still film it pretty good. I can't follow people like I used to, and I still have some old footage of skating to put up. So I'm kind of, I have some documentary type stuff I'm gonna do, and I don't know, I'll still be here. I'll be back to Central Coast Pass, CCB, doing stuff. Just not sure exactly what at the moment, but I love doing this. I love filming. I still got all the stuff. Still getting used to doing the editing and everything, after my brain's a little scrambled from what happened. But you can tell me this is how it's going to be. I think I can still kind of do the editing and stuff. But the reason I'm here now is I feel like, I came on for that live at the hospital and sort of explained that yes, I had a stroke and that led to some brain surgery I had to have. But I haven't really explained exactly what happened, because I do remember having the stroke. I was out here Friday, the 26th, I think, 28th, I don't know. I know I went in the hospital on Sunday. But what happened was I was out here on the porch like I usually am every night, even when I'm not live, or I'm usually not filming out here at night, but when I go live I'm out here at night. My voice is a little off. All the things are a little trippy and weird right now, guys, but I'm trying to get back to normal. I was out here. I usually catch up on YouTube, or I watch YouTube. Sometimes your guys' shows, sometimes just whatever. I don't watch TV much. So I was out here all night. I had my couple beers. It was around midnight. I went inside. That's usually when I eat. I sat down at the computer, and then I went into my bedroom to go to sleep. I laid down on my left side, and I was lying there, and all of a sudden I started to feel a little bit dizzy, and I looked up at the clock, and when I looked at the clock, my eyes started like drifting, like I couldn't keep them straight. They kept like moving, kind of when you're like really drunk and you get kind of the spins. Well, I wasn't really drunk. I just had my 2 beers. I was a little bit of a buzz, but I wasn't like, stumbling drunk or anything. It kind of freaked me out, so I came out here. I had my cigarettes. I had my Black and Mild. I had one that I just put out. It was basically new. I lit it. Was wandering back and forth here in the front because, suddenly getting dizzy in my eyes. It freaked me out. So I came out here. I walked around for a while. I said, okay. I put back out the Black and Mild again. I went in there. I laid down again. And all of a sudden the same thing happened. It freaked me out. So I got up again. I could walk fine. I came out here. I lit up the Black and Mild again. I was pacing back and forth, kind of like going, all right, what's going on? But I was fine. At this point I was fine. I could walk. My eyes and my head kind of getting freaky in there. Came out here, I was back to being fine. This time I went back in. I didn't want to lay down. I'm like, all right, it happened last time. Both times I was laying down. So I sat next to the bed. I sat there for a while. I just kind of looked around the room and wanted to see if anything was going to happen. All right, I'm fine. But I sat there so long I started to like get sleepy. Not awful. I didn't want to like try to sleep like sitting next to the bed. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll be fine in the morning. I got up. I was laying on this side. This time I'm like, all right, I'll lay on this side. So I laid on this side. I laid down. And I think I dozed off for like maybe an hour or something. I woke up. I still felt fine. But I got myself up. I started to look around the room. I kind of got like I was getting like all kind of wobbly. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, because I thought I had vertigo because my mom had vertigo during the week. And I thought maybe, and I'd had vertigo before. I thought it was vertigo because I was kind of like off balance. I was kind of like wobbling, like, whoa, okay. So I turned around, I got inside the bed, I sat up, and when I stood up, I like fell forward. And I grabbed my dresser, and there's nothing on this side, because it's that hallway that goes into the other room. So I grabbed that, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's different. So I turned around back into the bedroom, and when I turned around, I totally lost my balance again, and I had to reach forward and grab the end board of the bed, top part. I grabbed that in my other hand, like landed on the bed, and I was like, whoa, I'm like way, way off balance. And I was still like, kind of like going like this. I could talk, I was talking to myself. I could talk. A lot of people say when you have a stroke, can't talk. I was talking to myself, and I was like, whoa, all right, I definitely need to just go to bed. I'll deal with this tomorrow anyway. It's like, at this point, it was like 5 in the morning. So I climbed into bed, I lay down. I woke up, I don't know what time it was. I mean, I slept. I just kept waking up and looking around. I really didn't want to get out of bed, but I'm like, all right, well, let's see what's going on here. So I slide to the bed, and I like try to stand. I stand up, and I fall forward into the wall. And so I'm just sitting there leaning on the wall, and then I like kind of push myself up, and I sit back down in the bed, and I'm like, whoa, is this vertigo, or did I have a stroke or something? Because I have no balance. I can't stand up. I can't walk. I'm laying in the bed, and I can hear my parents out in the house. My door's shut. So I'm sitting there, and every time I hear my mom coming down the hall, I start yelling, Mom, Mom, Mom. This happens a couple times, and she doesn't come in. I can't get up. I can't even stand up. So finally I hear again, and I yell even louder. I hear the door open. She goes, did you yell at me? I'm like, yeah, come in here, come in here. I'm in the bed. I have blankets over me. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if I have vertigo or I have a stroke, but I can't get up. She goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I can't walk. I can't get up. I get up, and I just have no balance, and I kind of fall over. He goes, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, no, right now I just want to sleep. I'm like really tired. All right, well, I'll come in and check on you during the day. Tell me when you want to go. I'm like, okay. So I'm laying there all day. She keeps coming in. Finally, it's like evening. And during the day, I actually get up, and I made a goal to make it out here to the porch. So I got up, I fell against the wall, and somehow I made it through my room, and I'm like walking with my hand all the way down the hallway. I make it here, I open the door, I get out here. Somehow I kind of fall onto this chair, and I sit down. I still have my cigarettes, so I'm freaking, right? So I light one, and I just sit out here, and I'm like having a cigarette, and I'm like, oh dude, I think I had a stroke, because I'm like waking up. I mean, my left arm's a little bit feeling weird when I reach for things. The motion's a little off. My right arm feels kind of fine. I can move both my legs. Anyway, when I stand up, my balance is completely off. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. So I finished cigarette. I mean, it's down to about that much now because I've been doing it all night and putting it out. So I put it out. I actually somehow get myself all the way back into my bedroom, and I lay down. My mom keeps coming in. I keep saying, no, I'm fine. I'll go tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow. I stayed in bed. I slept Saturday night. Sunday comes. I wake up. She comes in, asks me if I want to go. I'll go in a bit. I'll go in a bit. They help me walk out here. I get in my dad's car. They drive me to they didn't drive me to the hospital. We drove down to where I used to have my doctor's office. So I get there, the people come out the back. It's kind of like a doctor's on duty sort of thing. I'm really off balance, I can't walk. I'm gonna need a wheelchair, but I think we're just gonna drive to the hospital. You go, no, we'll come in, we'll call the hospital. Big mistake, because that was a $4,000 hospital ride, and we could have just drove to the hospital. But anyway, they put me in the wheelchair. They keep me right there next to the road. They talk to me, the ambulance comes, put me in the ambulance, drive me to the hospital. I remember getting to the hospital. I don't remember them taking me in. I don't really remember anything for like 2 weeks later, or a week or more later, because they had me so subdued. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing some hospital stories, telling you more about when I kind of come to be me after all the drugs and sedation at the hospital. There's some funny hospital stories coming. That's going to be the beginning of my trek of putting up new videos more consistently. They say the brain takes the longest to heal, so evidently within maybe a year or two, I can be more back to absolutely normal. But thank you guys for calling me. I'm sorry I haven't. I didn't want to get emotional, but I'm sorry I haven't been on the computer more and got back to you guys more. But it's just, I don't really feel that bad. It's just different. Obviously. It's just everything I did that felt so easy suddenly feels harder. And I just want to be really good at what I do. So it might take me a while to get back to you guys and get back to me normal on YouTube and on the computer. But thank you again, and hopefully I can get myself to do this more often and get back to uploading at least the 2 times a week I was, and maybe get back to doing some more skateboarding and maybe some more fishing episodes of Santa Cruz Bass, and have you guys be there with me. I'm pretty sure I can still fish. There's another car. It's episode number 1 of me. Trying to get back to being a videographer, and it might be slightly different than before, but like I said, I'm back, guys, and please join me for the next episode. Probably gonna be next week. Some of my hospital stories, they're really good. Till next time.